Hey Summoners, Mythras here. Today I want to showcase a new alt account that I started. One of the reasons why I haven't been posting as many videos was because I had some hiccups, lost my other account, was not cool, got a new phone, all sorts of drama, chaos. But with that now out of the way, one of the things that I want to do is talk about your first 30 days. So why is this important? Well, obviously, to be honest, since the last time that I played over a year ago, the game has changed so much. We were only level 40 max, now there's 50, and you got this other cool thing called challenges. So these challenges, which are pretty awesome, really help you move your account in the right direction early game. And I strongly suggest following these. So the Monster Training 101, make sure that you're building in the right way that you can. As you can see, in my first 30 days, I've got this 5-star evolution, trying to get a 6-star now. If you can get 6 stars in the first 30 days without spending any money, let me know, because I'd be curious to hear about it. The other one that I think is really important, and I will put another link to this, but I am a huge fan of getting your Lapis to become your Faming Hell Farmer very early on. I've gotten pushback about this, but in my opinion, it's free and the best way to do it early on. So as you can see, I've already cleared hard solo with Lapis. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my team and some other things here and kind of go back to this point of, you know, here's my full set, all this stuff. So very important. The other thing that I do want to point out that's pretty awesome is obviously if you focus early on in each of these different little conquer items, you can get Konamaya, which is perfect for dragons. You're gonna get different stuff here. Oh, where are you? None of those guys, sorry. You can get Colleen, you know, early on. One of the good things about these is that they're all awakened, so you don't have to waste awakened materials on stuff like that. So that's really going to help you progress faster. Ideally, my strategy would have been to get past 7 here and then awaken Lapras. But, however, I was not able to do that in the first 30. So that's kind of the way I was progressing. Was trying to beat each of those things to get that awaken piece done. And part of the reasoning why behind it is then that way you don't have to spend time farming those dungeons right away. And then also the leader skill's nice early on when you're farming otherwise, which I'll show you here real quick. So if we're doing not hell, we're going to do hard, and we put, you know, here's my water magic knight. Obviously no skill ups. This works fairly well here. I'm only taking runes that are 5-star to 12. This has always been my theory. Take 5-star to 12, not 4 to 9. Don't waste because early on your mana is going to be really important. But this kind of stack here is going to get you through as a farmer on Faming hard, which is going to be really helpful. The other thing that you're going to be doing early on probably as well is that as you're trying to farm with some of these monsters, so we'll just put these guys in here and I'll just throw this guy in here for now. They're probably going to have, so this is why, you know, awakening would be great, because that's really annoying. They're probably going to have some runes on them. You're going to be spending a lot of time doing this in the long run. So my strategy is to quickly get to 6-star there with the Water Knight. And what this is going to allow us to do is build other 6 stars faster. It's also going to allow us to tackle getting Varamos very quickly. So I'll post the link to that guide as well. It's not 100% and pretty low run rate solo hard with this set, but obviously you can definitely do it. Ideally, what you're probably going to do is you're probably not going to go the same route that I did. Sorry, it's a little loud. Just wait a second. Boom. So you should be able to farm in the first 30 days hard, like you see here. And one of the things that's important, again, I'm going to go back to our challenges. And so here's what's going to help you out is when you do follow this fast leveling strategy. Where are you? It goes here. No. Oh, where are you? There it is. Okay. So very, very early on, they're going to give you these Vampire Revenge runes. This is the way that you want to farm. I did not test it out, but I would say it's probably going to be fairly safe if you get all those to 9 at least. If you take them to 12, which I just don't like doing that, you're probably going to be fairly good within the first 30 days of farming hard, which is awesome. And it is a pretty sweet set. I will eventually put a link to showing how I used Water Magic Knight throughout that process. So again, the other things I'm going to show you quickly, that's pretty sweet. So here's how far I got in just the regular campaigns. Was able to unlock everything in the arena. So quickly we can look at all the rivals. All the rivals are unlocked. We've gotten through hard on most of the stuff. One of the tricks that I do want to mention that's important is definitely utilize and find some friends. And the reason why I say this is your friends are going to be really important early on. They're really going to help make some of the difference in giving you an additional step up the ladder when you're stuck. This is going to be really helpful in kind of getting through the campaigns. Once you get all the way through Chiruka Remains, that's going to open up, I believe it's the Dimensional Rift, and then you're also going to have World Boss. And what that's going to then allow you to do is once you get through all that stuff, you'll get the Rift of Worlds open. One of the things that I do want to show is you can actually raid really early on. Again, if you have the friends, you can make your own party, and I'll show this again at some other video. But you're just going to go to this new cool thing called additional placement that was not there when the original account. And what you're going to do, I didn't want to do that. You're going to go to invite, you're going to go support, and some of your friends are going to have preset teams, and we're going to go support. Okay, can look at it, and then you can add them to raid. So you can start getting R1 done relatively quickly. Looks like 2 runs a day at a minimum, which is great. And then that will open up all these other rifts once you get through. Don't need to start doing that. You are not going to be building Homunculus right away. But the cool thing that I do want to point out is another addition within your first 30 days is now you got crafting. So one of the things that is really important to keep in mind is this guy. You can craft high level runes, 5 and 6 star, really, really, really early. This is going to give you a huge boost. Originally, the recommendation that I personally had was getting premium packs for Monster Diversity. Now, because you're going to get stuff fairly easily like Bernard, Colleen, just from the, playing the game and getting the challenges done, I would actually focus on getting runes up. So what I did is I did 1 premium pack, 2 in the first 30 days. Yeah, believe it or not, I was able to get that many crystals. But the other thing I did is I started using the runes. My recommendation is to either do the violent runes. So here we can take a look at the runes. Hopefully all you need to do from the shop is purchase Transcendence or Harmony, and hopefully not a lot of these rune pieces, because you can hopefully pick some of them up. but again, that's going to be debatable in each of those situations. So another thing that was pretty cool is when you look at the shop, these guys, where is it? Wrong one. Special. Here we go. These guys did not exist. Obviously, you're going to get maybe 2, 3 off that each time. So one of the important things to remember, and my opinion is, I would really work on the runes early on, because it's going to move your monsters up the ladder a lot quicker and allow you to do that farming. So one of the last things I want to show is, not only have we talked about the Famian hard farming with the Water Knight Lapis, I've showed kind of how far through the game I was able to progress in the first 30 days. About level, obviously 30 there. Let's take a look at the monsters. So I do want to throw something out there. I got really, really lucky today. I was able to get Huahi. I also got Kung Fu Girl and Orion in a summon session when I only had 9 scrolls. So very, very lucky. That for me is kind of unheard of. I did not record it, so obviously you don't have to believe me, but Orion is a huge PvP guy that I've been trying to get on my main for quite a while and have not been able to do that. Oh yeah, and the other one, sorry. 4 of 9 was the other one, was Mermaid. So very, very lucky summons. But again, the main point is this Water Harp Magicians helped me early on. Magic Knight again. But as you can see, in reality, I got 3 5-stars in the first 30 days. My goal is to get to 5 first, and then finishing building out Water Magic Knight here so that I can really ramp up the farming, hopefully. Because most of your time is going to be spent doing this. The other thing that I've been doing is obviously knowing that I need to save for Vramos, so really starting to keep some of these pieces. I did a lot of investing in my space between both my storage here, so as you can see, lots going on. Saving these items. Save your skill ups for important monsters. You're going to need them. Definitely join a guild. So one of the things is, I was lucky to be a part of my mains guild right away. Here I'm able to participate. So if you can do that, that's really going to help you out early on. If you're looking for a guild, the stands obviously always welcome. So that's kind of that whole piece. The last thing that I do want to show again is, so you got all this stuff going on. You're working on Trial of Ascension, able to get through 30. Do some of hard just briefly. I think I can clear that. I haven't tried. And then Karios Dungeon. Where are you going to be in the first 30 days? Well, you should be somewhere between B5 and B6. I can farm B6 now fairly regularly. One of the things that I'm also at is B5, B6 for dragons. Now, what I do here on my dragon side is I typically have... and I've used most of them today already, is I use my friend's monsters. So if you can get lucky and, like I said, really get that progression early on with your friend's monsters, that's really going to help you out. So hopefully you'll be able to do that. Again, your Giants piece, B7, kind of the same way. Have not touched Necropolis yet. And then all the dungeons, again, I'm at, like, for elementals, like B5, B6. Really want to get to that B7 so that I can do the Awakening. But anyway, there's kind of the overview of the first 30 days that I have. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to let me know. More than happy to help you out on your gameplay. Good luck with your summons. I was really lucky. I'm really happy about Dark Serpent here. Really happy about Kume. Really helpful in my Vramos build. I've gotten some luck. Everyone's going to get some luck. So I wish you the best. I would definitely say if you can focus early on Ramagos. Ramagos is going to carry you. Shannon's definitely really helpful. Obviously, Bernard's always going to be a 6-star. I got Colleen moving. I've put most of their extra nice runes, 6-star runes that I've gotten her from those summons. So, or crafting, make sure you're thinking about that as well. And then obviously one of my favorite monsters, Water Knights. And again, this is a monster you're going to use, and I still use on my main just for that farming. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, again, if you like the video, lots of video content to help you out through your gameplay. I wish you the best in your summoning sessions. Take care. Mythras out.